Boom.
Boom. Friday night logs. Sweater and cocktail edition.
Thanksgiving time.
Happy Thanksgiving to all you YouTubians. Thanks for being here. We appreciate this 7 minutes of your life or whatever this ends up being.
We brought Maxwell's into the situation.
Special guest star Maxwell.
Another brothers.
All year you've seen these brother-in-laws. Now here's the third. That's right. And he's got some mad picks for you too.
Yes.
More entertainment, more love, more fun. Let's make some
right
money.
Here for you. Top 5 coming at you. Washington State -3 on Washington. Why? Washington State smoked Arizona. It was painful. It was very painful.
It was beautiful. I made a lot of money on that game.
The difference was that Washington.
For my kids' college.
Washington, you don't even have kids. All right?
Exactly. That doesn't mean you can never start a college fund too early. You can never start a college fund too early. Ever.
All right. So, Washington State -3 on Washington. Easy. Washington State, they're a solid team. They're playing for an actual bowl game, whether it's the Rose Bowl or better. You don't know. But I think that they've been disrespected for many years. And I think that it's time for that respect to come back. And they're going to beat Washington. Because Washington has always been better, and Washington State has finally come up with a solid team. They're going to throw it down, -3. Great pick. Number 2, staying in the Pac-12, because you know I love the Pac-12 and stay up late to watch all that shit, is Oregon State +19, the Civil War on Oregon. Why? It's just too close of a game. On top of that, it's going to be rainy, slick, wet. It's going to be a sloppy game, and it's never... Oregon is not that good of a team to smoke Oregon State. Even though Oregon State's the worst in the Pac-12, I think this is a game they play up to. I think it's a 7-point, 9-point game.
It's a rivalry.
Oregon wins. I think it's a great bet. Number 3, this is my upset of the week. Colorado getting 12 on Cal. Cal, do they even score 12 points? I mean, unless the defense...
I'm actually surprised the line is Colorado getting 12. Because don't forget, first half of the year, Colorado was 5-0.
They were great.
They're a great football
like 5-5.
team. Yeah.
I mean, they've been losing, but this is their coach's last game. Yeah. All right, the coach has said goodbye, but I think this is the week they play up for their coach and they win the game, or they at least come within 12. I don't think Cal's offense can score 12. They're not going to let their defense score it. I think that's a great game. I think that's the upset of the week. Number 4, Michigan, 4.5 on Ohio State. Urban Meyer, I love it. I think he's a great coach, but I think there's something going on in the background. I think maybe he's out at the end of this year. There's something going on in the undertow after everything in the offseason, and it's coming out these last couple games. This is when Michigan just comes out, smokes them. It's 7-12, maybe it's a 2-touchdown game. Yeah. I like Michigan in this one, definitely. Finally, UCF -14 on South Florida. This is just a better team, period. I mean, UCF is a top 10 team.
At home, but UCF,
they have shown time and time again why they are a top 10 team.
And this is when they start to play well.
Best of all, I watched Tosh.0 the other day, and he proved 20 ways to Sunday why they're so good. So this one is for Tosh.0. Anybody that watches it knows that UCF is going to smoke them, probably beat them by 21-28 to show up in the top 4. Those are my picks. Boom.
Tosh.0, subscribe. We got some jokes for you. We'll make you laugh too, buddy. Andrew Anders, 5 winners for Thanksgiving weekend. You ready to go 5-0? Make some money? I know I am. Let's go. First, Memphis versus Houston. I love Memphis in this spot, -7. Houston just manhandled Tulane last week. Yes, but Memphis, A, is a much better football team. They have been averaging over 28 points, beating their opposition by over 28 points at home this whole season. And Houston has been this type of team where sometimes they look great, other times they look terrible. But Memphis has always proven that they handle people at home. I think this line is great. I love Memphis -7. They score in bunches. Love that. Memphis -7. Second, West Virginia +3.5 versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma's great. So is West Virginia. One thing Oklahoma has not been able to do is stop people. They do not play good defense. And you are taking a West Virginia, another potent squad that can score a lot of points in their building in front of their fans who are going to turn out by the boatload for this game. I love West Virginia to not only pull off the upset in this game, but take the 3.5 because I do not think they're going to lose by a field goal. I think Oklahoma gets shocked in this game. This is one of my favorite games of the week right here.
Upset of the week?
I mean, it's not you can't call it a huge upset because they're still a ranked team.
You're still getting your points.
They're still a great team, but the fact that they're getting +3.5 in their own building, And everybody knows West Virginia is one of the hardest places to play. You have to love that. Boom. 3. Washington State. I agree with Casey's. Only -2.5 against Washington. Yeah, Washington may be ranked, but Washington State is much, much, much better. Still have a chance, mind you, a slim chance to make the college football playoff. A lot of shit has to happen. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I mean, they're like a 2% chance, but make no mistake, that is a football team that is hungry, wanting to beat their rival, wanting to close out the Pac-12 hard, and still stay relevant in the college football playoff. You got to take Washington State at -2.5, especially after they just hammered Arizona and scored 85 points on them or whatever it was. 4, Syracuse +7 versus Boston College. Love Syracuse here. I've loved them all year. They play big games well. They're the type of team that cares about this week because it will determine their bowl game. They're a proud program. You have to love Syracuse +7 here. Boston College is not that good. In my opinion, Syracuse has played tougher teams, has had a tougher schedule. I love Syracuse +7. I don't care if they're on the road. Love that game. 5, Arizona State versus Arizona. If you just watched that Arizona game like I did, and actually I only caught like the last 5 minutes of it, I was golfing or whatever, but Arizona State will beat Arizona next week.
The game was at night, okay? You were golfing at night.
You know, maybe I did. Maybe I played night golf. No. I don't know. You guys ever buy glow-up golf balls? Everybody does it. I think I caught the tail end of it. I was just finishing and it just started fine. Anyway, point is, Arizona State is much better. Better coach, better wide receiver who's going to be one of the best prospects for next year in the draft.
Quarterback isn't as good.
Quarterback is good. I like him. I think he's good.
I think that's tough.
Is Khalil Tate maybe more talented? Yes. I'll maybe give him that. But Arizona State is a more complete program. Not only that, but you got Herm Edwards on your sideline in the biggest game of the year versus Arizona. You got to get the coaching edge. You got to get the talent edge to Arizona State. And any team that just gave up 85 points, I am not going to bet on the next week.
It was not 85. It was like 60 to like 35.
Okay.
It was something like
whatever
that.
it was.
But it was the over. I said it would be over 90 points.
I can almost promise. I didn't check the final score because it didn't matter.
Yeah.
After the first quarter, when I knew I won my bet, I didn't look at it anymore. Like literally one quarter was done. I knew I won. But I'm telling you, Arizona State is a better team. They play better. They're a team this year that's been up and down, but they play better during the big games. This is a big game. It's a rivalry game. It's a game they're going to want. They will win -2.
All right, Max
All
right. Wells. Let's see this.
Guest starring all the way from Texas.
Ooh!
I've got the Texas games this week. Houston. All right.
Bless you, Poodle.
Texas, Kansas. Obviously Texas. Texas has, what, a 15-point spread on Kansas. It's just going to be, it's a no-brainer.
Boom.
But first of all, upset of the week.
Oh,
operator.
Oh.
I'm sorry. A&M has a three-point spread on LSU. No, LSU's gonna take them. Sorry.
Nice.
Oh, the mini phone just denied.
I'm sorry.
And it's pink.
I'm sorry. Pink phone says LSU is gonna take A&M by 3 points.
Love that.
Is that 3
All right.
upsets?
All right. I don't know about that.
I meant to do that.
It is upset weekend, week before bowl week.
I believe LSU is going to take A&M. Both of them are fired up. I mean, granted, LSU just played Rice last week, but you know,
that's right.
I think they're pretty fired up. They're ready to go. Texas Tech and Baylor. Tech by a touchdown. It's going to be pretty standard week for Tech. And Oklahoma State, TCU. Unfortunately, as much as Texans hate Oklahoma, I think OK State's going to take it. But it's going to be a solid game. Texas is going to play well this week, and Andrew Andrews is going to keep eating his fruit out of his cocktails.
Well, I had a Mochiano cherry at the bottom of my Manhattan.
So the upset of the week is the 3 upsets: Colorado, West Virginia, and LSU. The triple shot.
You think Colorado wins?
Colorado wins. That's how you make a real money.
12 dog, 12 underdog.
12 dog. Yes. Super dog.
That's a super dog.
Gobble. That's for your turkey taste and pleasure.
Woo. Love it.
Good night. We'll see you next week.
See you next week for Christmas sweater time.